Yo, what it do, family? High value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary on this side of the planet. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, you dig? Hit that button. Continuing on with our NBA top 10 for the 2022-2023 season list, we are moving on to the shooting guard. Be sure to check out the point guard video if you did not before. And we just gonna hop right into this thing, man. At number 10, Anthony Edwards with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Anthony Edwards, he has high potential to move up higher on this list. However, we're going to give him the nod at 10. He's still young. He's a super duper high flyer. He had a nice little run last year with Patrick Beverley with their playoffs. They did a nice little showing. He definitely showed that he's got that moxie. He's got that oomph in him where he's not afraid of the big moment. He may not know how to execute at the highest level just yet, but we know that he is improving and he will be a future super duper star in the coming seasons. Just not yet. Number 9, Klay Thompson, the Golden State Warriors. Now, I may have a lot of Golden State Warriors fans mad at this if they see this. However, y'all got to cool it out, man. It's all right, yo. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. Klay Thompson is coming off an injury-laden season. So with him coming back, as we all saw, he was a little bit rusty. His timing wasn't all the way there. His defensive impact wasn't all the way there. His shot selection wasn't all the way there, and he clanked a whole lot of shots. However, he still had himself a Klay Thompson moment in the playoffs, and he still was a contributor to them winning a championship. So that definitely means a lot, and I will almost guarantee that before this coming season ends, he will be much higher up on this list from number 9. Number 8, Jordan Poole, also the Golden State Warriors. Crazy, right? We got 2 of the top 10 shooting guards all on one team, also of the same team that has the best point guard. So this team is good on the wing. This team is good on the backcourt. This team is good with shooting without question. Jordan Poole, putting him at number 8, it's largely just due to him now being in the up and coming ranks. He might be literally better than some of the other names coming up after him. However, we got to give people the opportunity to grow into their greatness. We don't want to project too hard, right, family? Right. So put him in at number 8, also being a contributor to that finals run. He was a more significant, if not a more bombastic. I noticed his contributions more than I noticed Klay Thompson's, and they were about on equal measure on the team, being tertiary scorers while Steph was getting all of the focus. So watching this man execute, watching him shoot, watching him put on his dribble array, and just him throw that style out there on the court, I put him at number 8. Number 7, Mr. CJ McCollum with the New Orleans Pelicans. Man, CJ had himself a fairly decent year last year. Of course, he did not get a full run with the Pels, but in the time that he did, he really did show that his play style and his ability, it can be effective, man. People did question how good CJ McCollum really is because he's never been an all-star. This dude is really an all-star level player, in my opinion. There's just so many other good players in the league with bigger names that he just simply doesn't get, his chance in the rotation to make that cut. But this dude is amazing. I've always been a CJ McCollum fan personally. I love his play style. He's got a counter for your counter. He's great around the rim, and he can shoot. If y'all don't know about CJ McCollum, man, watch out this year, man. You're going to see him do some really great, wonderful things. Him paired up with Zion and Brandon Ingram. They're gonna be big, and it's gonna be a large part due to him and his veteran leadership on the team. Shout out to CJ at number 7. Number 6, Bradley Beal with the Washington Wizards, y'all. Now, similar type situation, man. Bradley Beal in a vacuum might be better than a couple of the names coming up. However, Bradley Beal in his situation, it doesn't lead to wins, y'all. It doesn't lead to wins. Now, we know that, of course, that might be more so about the GM and the ownership because they really haven't put a team around a guy like that. But I honestly feel like if you substitute him for anybody else on a winning team, he's not going to either push that needle any more forward, or he's not going to be better than anybody else in a better situation. He really is a prototypical small shooting guard in the best sense. And yes, he is a leader. So that's why he gets here right in the middle of the pack at number 6. But if he was a winner, he probably would be pushed up just a little bit higher. Number 5, Zach LaVine. And this is what I'm talking about here. If you have Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal on the same level, you really don't have them on the same level. You really should. These two players are commensurate to each other. The play styles are very similar, even though Zach LaVine is just simply taller. But if you switch out Zach LaVine for Bradley Beal, I feel like the same thing is going to happen with the team. They're going to be in the exact same positions, both teams exactly. But due to winning and making the playoffs, Zach LaVine is getting the nod. So we know Zach LaVine, high flyer, fairly decent shooter. He's shown himself to be a wonderful contributor to the Bulls team for these last few years. And we know that now officially he is not an empty stats guy, because now that he has gotten a team around him that can legitimately compete, he is also out there on the floor giving legitimate contributions. So shout out to Zach LaVine at number 5. Number 4, Jalen Brown. Now, this is also a different sub-controversial pick. I have seen other folks make their list, and they got him at number 2 and at number 3, but I just put him here at number 4. Put him at number 4 because he is just now exploding to be a top-tier talent. He was always a top-tier talent, but now he's exploding and confirming, and he's living it out. The way that he took over this Boston Celtics team in that finals round was stellar. They needed somebody to step up. Somebody had to do something because Tatum was floundering. Tatum definitely looked like he was in deer in headlights mode, like the moment was too big for him. Jalen Brown did not. He came through with the goods. And as far as preseason is concerned, in that small sample size, it looks like he is picking up right where he left off. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, he is the scoring leader and the man of the Celtics squad. Number 3, Donovan Mitchell. This is why Jalen Brown is at number 4, because we have Donovan Mitchell, who is a bona fide leader without question. We know him to be an alpha dog, for him to be a number 1 out there with the Jazz. We know him to be a person who can execute in the clutch, making big shots. We've seen it in the bubble, and we've seen it post-bubble. And we already know that this dude is basically Dwayne Wade with a jump shot. Dwayne Wade with a more liquid jump shot. What else do you want? Dwayne Wade with his marginal jump shot put him in the position to be the 3rd best shooting guard of all time. So what can we say about Donovan Mitchell? All he needs is one crazy, ridiculous finals run, and then we're going to be talking about him as a Hall of Famer eventually as well. So here we go. He's ringing up his opportunities with the Cavs, and man, they're going to have some fun this year. He's at number 3 instead of higher up because his defense is terrible. So he does not get the nod for being higher up in that regard, but the man is somewhat of a winner, at least a playoff level achieving guy. And we're going to see him do the exact same thing with this Cleveland team this coming season. And number 2, Paul George. Some of y'all may not like this pick, but this is why I have Paul George at number 2 over Donovan, is because of defense, like I said before. And we know that Paul George, we got to give him his credit back, y'all. Get a man his show back, man. Give it back to him. Give him his roses. We clowned the man to death about pandemic P mode that he was in. And we realized that was, not say a fluke, but we realized that was an anomaly. And he came clean with his, quote unquote mental issues and stuff like that. And since then, we have seen him be way more mature on the court. We've seen him be a way better executor, and we've seen him be from what I can see, probably the best leader, the best leader version that he was, even more so than he was in Indiana. Now, those Indiana years were crazy, but he was the scoring leader, but David West was the emotional leader of that team. For this Clipper squad, I really saw last year that he was holding them down. He was keeping them level-headed. He was the one who really drugged that team along, so to speak, for lack of a better term, when he was on the court and kept everything going, man. And yeah, Same thing is going to happen this year. He's got his running mate back with Kawhi. He looks super duper refreshed. That's why I chose this picture instead of a non-court picture. Do you see this, man? He definitely is in the fountain of youth or something, bro. Like, bro, who is your beautician? Because you look 5 years younger, bro. So he looks revitalized. And hopefully his play will be revitalized as well. And yes, he gets the number 2 nod because he plays stellar defense as one of the best wing defenders at his position in this whole entire NBA league. So shout out to Paul George. And at number 1, Mr. Devin Booker with the Phoenix Suns. I mean, who else are we going to pick, y'all? Come on now, man. Y'all saw what the man did with the finals run that they went to the year before. He was cooking. That man was cooking. I didn't even know he had it in him like that, partially because I didn't really watch the Suns that much, but I just saw him put up so many amazing shots. His form is so pure. It's not even funny, man. This dude has the goods. He's definitely got the goods. And him, of course, being the leader or the secondary leader of this Phoenix team, we know that this coming season, he's going to take even more of a leadership role. And he's going to continue to be more of that scoring genius that he currently is, man. He's the best shooting guard in the league. He can shoot. That's what it is, family. He can put the ball in the hoop and do it with the best efficiency. Put him on any one of these other teams that any of these other players are on. Maybe minus the Clippers because just that situation is so good. And every one of those teams are going to get better. That's why Devin Booker is number 1. So there we have it, family. The best shooting guards for the 2022-2023 coming season. High value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, family. You dig? Peace.